Hey guys, Technomentary with the video today, guys. That's very informational for you guys. Some of you guys been asking, how do you find the good deals on Samsung phones or any phone for the matter of fact on Amazon? So I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks and some sellers that I usually buy and what things I look out for. So it's key whenever you're buying, especially used phones, which I buy a lot from, which I can get on Amazon, almost half the cost or even up to 75% off the original price, depending on what kind of model phone you're getting. So I'm going to be going over some of that information and then let you guys know what phones are good to buy and which ones aren't. So today's topic is going to be around more on Android, specifically Samsung phones, because I buy a lot of those. And if you guys are looking to check out those, check out the videos in our channel that we did reviews from the ones that we bought. Also, if you guys are looking for the direct link to the discounted Samsung phones, check out the link that I have included in the description for you guys already, so you can just go through there as well. But if you're shopping on Amazon, first thing usually I like to do is go into the category section by going into the menu, and then I'll shop by category. So for our case, we're going to be looking at electronics here, and then we're going to go cell phone and accessories. Once you're in cell phone accessories, you'll notice on the left hand side there's all these options for different kind of categories you can dive into, or you can go here for the feature categories, and we're going to go into cell phone here. So under cell phone, they're going to have a couple sections for you. You're going to have top rated, recommended for you, best sellers. Usually these are usually good categories to start looking at if you're looking for something under $50, whatnot. I did a similar video for iPhones as well. If you guys want to check it out, check out the link in my channel that we have linked you guys and show you guys how we do that. So here, as you can see, the mix between iPhones and Android phones, which is perfectly fine. If you guys are looking for iPhones, you can also follow the same method that I'm going to be showing you guys here. So here I have it. So I'm looking through the phones. So as you can see up top, we're going to try to go and navigate. Let's say we want Samsung phone. We're going to select Samsung here, and now all the featured listing for Samsung, it's going to come up. So the thing about if you're looking to buy a cheap phone, for example, I see that I want this A10. That's going to be the black color and unlock phone. So the thing between unlocked phones and phones that are specific for a carrier, most unlocked phones, especially that are GSM and CDMA, you should be able to use it on most carriers. So you don't need to switch out a phone every time you switch carriers. All you do is replace it with the new SIM card that you have for that carrier that you switch to. Usually those are a little bit more pricey, you'll notice, than the ones that are specifically for a carrier. That's because you get the benefit of being able to switch the SIM card anytime you want. So as you can see, this phone, here we have a price for $179, right? If you're looking to buy it, it gives you a description, also a rating. You can look through that. The key thing to note here, if you're buying new, this is the price you're going to be paying, and you're going to have what's known as, this is being sold from Amazon itself. But the other thing you want to kind of take a note is this other area you're going to notice on a lot of Amazon listing is that you have third-party sellers that sell on their platform that offer the phone at a more discounted price than you pay this price, which is even better to look at. So I usually look at this list first, and when I'm looking at this list, you'll kind of notice that if you're not buying it new, if you don't care about buying the new condition one, but if you're looking to get like a used condition one that's like new, which is pretty much about new. So this one is saying it's almost a new. As you can see, this phone, you're paying about $109.99 here, or $110 per se, compared to paying like $179 for it. So here you're saving almost $70, which you're getting the same thing. Of course, it's not new, but it's like new, and most conditions that say like new are pretty much new. And the other thing you want to note when you're buying from this is it's important to look at the sellers here, right? You'll notice that this seller, for example, just launched. Usually I avoid buying for sellers that don't have a lot of ratings. So this one, as you see, must be new. So I usually avoid those just because I don't know what to expect, and they're just new to selling on Amazon, so I don't want any issues with that. Could be a great seller, but we're gonna avoid that. I look for sellers like this one, for example. It says they have over 3,800 total ratings, and they have at least 90% positive, which means that seller is really good. He's been selling for a while, and whatever they're describing their condition, it's probably true to it, and you're gonna get a legit phone. And you also notice that you can have when the delivery times are going to be, or you can have expedited shipping. Usually with Amazon, if you have Prime or so, usually they're pretty fast if they do offer Prime. In general, with the most electronics, I see they come in within a few days if you're not looking to pay extra for expedited shipping. So that's how you determine between a good seller and the ones that you want to avoid. As you'll notice, the prices are going up, but in this listing, we're able to save about $70 or so buying it like a new condition. So that's one trick I wanted to share with you guys. Let's go back to this page again, right? So we're looking at all these other phones. As you see right here, we have this one as well right here, the S10 that's selling on Amazon. This is one of the Amazon flagship phone, and you'll notice this one is only $499 new compared to $649 if you're buying it in store from a carrier. So right there you have $150 saving just buying it on Amazon, which is awesome because you $150 is a lot of money that you're saving right there. And then you'll notice that they have free returns. Most items, even phones, if you have any issues with it on Amazon, you can return it and get your money back. So that's not an issue there. And then the other thing you'll always want to note is who this is coming from. This is actually selling from Amazon.com. But then you'll also notice with this listing, let's see if we have other third-party seller. It doesn't look like this one does have any other third-party seller, which is fine. Sometimes you don't have that. And then you can, of course, always look at the ratings and whatnot. So this is a phone that's coming straight from Amazon that they're selling at $150 discount for the S10, which is a great deal, I believe. Let's go back and look at some other listings here. All right. So as you see here, we have the S10 Plus. This one, as you'll notice here, the S10 Plus gives you the option to choose the color that you want to buy, the storage size. The thing with Samsung phone and most Android phones, and of course, this size can be expandable using a SD card that you can purchase as well separately from the internal memory. And then this thing I mentioned about carriers, right? You have fully unlocked carriers which will work on most GSM and CDMA carriers, which is usually more pricier than if you're picking something that's just GSM, Verizon, or T-Mobile, because this option allows you to use the phone on a lot of carriers without having to buy a phone that's specific for that carrier as well. And you'll notice this one is Amazon Renewed. So Amazon Renewed is a really awesome way to save on buying phones, especially if you're looking for a good deal. I would buy Amazon Renewed. I bought many Amazon Renewed products, especially phones, iPhone, Samsung phones, and they generally turned out to be great product. And the other thing is you have a 90-day money back guarantee and kind of that you can return it if you have any issues with it. And then you also want to note here with this listing, if you want to even buy it more cheaper, you can actually look at other third-party sellers that don't have the buy box here. As you see right here, this seller, right now we can look at other sellers that you can purchase for. For example, some of these sellers I bought in the past as well. They're offering from different locations. If you're closer to a location such as New York, Texas, you might want to consider buying from them because it will come to you faster. Sometimes with the phones you do get the phone as fast as you can because you're looking for a replacement phone, because if your phone broke or something like that, you want to do that. So that's another phone right there. You see you're getting an amazing deal. Let's go ahead and look at this S9 right here, right? So we have this Samsung Galaxy S9, 64 gig. This is the purple, fully unlocked. Like I mentioned with these, you have the options to select different colors as well. You'll notice what you want to do is sometimes if you don't really care about the color, but you care about how much you're paying for it, you want to take a look at the colors. because sometimes with different colors, there's different prices. For example, as you notice here, the black one is 288, but then if we do the purple one, it's 278. So if you didn't care for color, you're saving $10 right there. Also, if you don't care about having something fully unlocked and you know you're going to be on a specific carrier for a long time, you can always buy for that carrier, see if that makes a difference or if it's cheaper. But if it isn't cheaper, it's about the same price, I would go with buying a fully unlocked one, which is surprising because this one, a fully unlocked one, does give you the lowest price. And then this kind of tells you about Amazon renewed guarantee, which, like I mentioned earlier, it's a great way to buy phones. And the other thing you want to note again here, same thing, look at the sellers that are selling. And then on this listing, you look at these third party sellers that don't necessarily have the buy box. Like if we go back here, right? Right now, this is being, if you buy it from here, you're going to be getting it from this seller here. But then if you want to buy from a specific carrier that's selling it for low, you want to come to this page where it has other carriers. And you can all select this option, which is lowest offer for each for all of these to see which options will give you the lowest pricing. So as you saw right here, if we select all of this, like if you didn't care about the color or you didn't care about the size or even like which carrier it's on, you can only select these options. It'll narrow down to you to show you guys the lowest currently they're selling, which surprisingly this renewed one, that 64 gig that's fully unlocked, is actually the cheapest right now. And we take a look at the seller's information again. Looks like a great seller because he has lots of rating and does seem like he's selling a lot of phones. And the other thing is, I believe if you're always unsure of something, you can always ask a question by simply clicking here and ask if a phone is that they're listing is specifically will work for you or not. So that's another thing to look out for. So so let's go ahead and go back to again. Of course, if you're looking for specific phones that aren't here, for example, we'll see the Note 9 here, another flagship phone from Samsung. Here, as you're noticing, this is $389 renewed, which again is backed by the 90-day guarantee. And right now it's going for 389. Again, we can look at other sellers that are selling. By default, we see this is sold by Chubby's Tech is the seller here, and then we have all this note about it as well. So hopefully this video is helpful in terms of things to look out for and how to find the cheapest deals on Amazon whenever you're buying any kind of Samsung product. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys can see other reviews that we'll be doing in the future of phones that we're going to be purchasing from Amazon, especially Samsung phone and other Android phones, also, of course iPhones as well. Thanks for watching, guys.